or Empire of the Damned. Whoa. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bean, and today is going to be a book haul. Now, for those of you who may know, I've been trying to buy fewer books this year, which has kind of been working, not really. I haven't done any huge book hauls, but I've hauled once so far this year, and this is the second one. The last one I believe was back in February, so it's about every 2 months. I think I have enough books for a book haul, so let's just hop right into it. I don't have these organized in the same way that I normally do. I have these actually organized by when I got them because I actually remember how I got them this time. So we're gonna start with the first one. This was a pre-order that I am super excited about because I absolutely love this cover much more than the American version. And I ordered this from Forbidden Planet, and that is Empire of the Damned by J. Kristoff. This is the UK version. I think you can see it's all shiny and nice. I did get a art print with this. It is up hanging on my wall. This is the UK version. It's so lovely. I absolutely adore this cover. And like I said, I got this from Forbidden Planet in the UK. I'm so excited. And with this one, this is the sequel to Empire of the Vampire, which is the first book in this monstrous series. This is a very chunky book, and I think this is just, I think these pages are actually, yeah, these are actually, I think, like thicker pages than the US copy, but it also came signed, which works out because I did not order a copy when Callie went to the event to meet him, which I'm super upset that I was not able to meet him, but hopefully he'll come back to the States at some point and I can. Yes. The next 3 books were also orders from the UK, and I ordered them from Broken Binding. Yes. The first one is the reason that I placed this order. Now, John's birthday was in March, and his favorite book is The Name of the Wind, and so I'm slowly collecting the different covers for him, and this is the UK cover, and it is so pretty. I love it. And so we got this one for him. It's very pretty. I think, honestly, right now it's one of my favorite copies. This is the spine as well, like naked cover spine. Like, how gorgeous. Now, I've read The Name of the Wind. I have not read its sequel, Wise Man's Fear, yet. I do plan on it. We actually have a total of like 5 copies of this book in this house. 2 of them are the 10th anniversary edition of Name of the Wind, but I had one and John had one, so. But this is the one that I got for him for his birthday this year. The next one, which is another reason that I ordered from Broken Binding, I got The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab. That literally took me like 4 times to say. And I got this because I wanted the cover that matched the original trilogy, which is this one. It is taller than the original trilogy, but honestly, for this cover, I'm so excited. This is, I believe it's technically the 4th book in the Darker Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab, which I have read the first one. I did enjoy it. It's just been years. And then the last book that I got in that order from Broken Binding was I got Harbinger of Justice by Andrew Watson. I follow Andrew Watson here on YouTube. He is amazing, so much fun to listen to. I love all the stuff that he does. And definitely take a bunch of my fantasy recommendations from him. I'm really excited to read this book. I believe he's working on the sequel right now, but it is based in Egyptian mythology, if I recall correctly, which I think is amazing. We do not get enough of those. Yeah, it's an Egyptian-inspired world. So, yes, I think that's awesome. The hardcover is also printed with the cover on it, so that's gorgeous. And then these also came with a book plate with his signature. His autograph signature, yes. And this is the first book in a trilogy, so very excited. It's very heavy, but I am very excited to get to this book. The next 2 books I picked up were the Book of the Month books. The first one is Dragon Fruit by Makia Lucier? I'm not exactly positive how to say this. And this one, there is a dragon and there is a fruit bat. So this is the story of a girl whose father, I think it's her father steals a dragon egg and makes a wish on it, and then she is basically making up for the fact that he did that and he ruined this kingdom, and so now she's on the hunt for another dragon egg in order to save the kingdom. So I honestly love this cover. I think it's so detailed, it's so pretty, there's so much going on, but very excited for this one. This was my pick for the month, and then because it was my birthday month, I also got to pick another one for free, and I got A Short Walk Through a Wide World by Douglas Westerbeck, I don't know. And this is what I know about this one. A dazzling epic novel that charts the incredible adventurous life of one woman as she journeys the globe, trying to outrun a mysterious curse that will destroy her if she ever stops moving. And it starts in Paris, 1885. I'm so intrigued by this. I also really do like this cover. It's very pretty. And it is considered a fantasy book, so I'm very intrigued by it, and honestly, it sounds so different and so intriguing. I'm very excited. The next book I have here was my Twisted Retreat book for technically March, and that was These Things Linger by Dan Franklin. If you guys saw the last video I posted, then you would have seen this one. This is the Twisted Retreat book for March. I'm intrigued. I'm hesitant, but I'm intrigued by it, so we'll see. I think this is a ghost story, is my understanding. The main character's uncle dies suddenly and he's left with an inheritance. Like he's left with his house, I think, something like that. It's it'll be interesting. It's much shorter than I expected, but we'll see how it goes. The next two books I picked up on a trip to Barnes & Noble with Callie. Both are romance books. One of them I know is very popular right now, and that is Flawless by Elise Silver. I have been hearing nothing but amazing things about this series. I have been wanting to kind of dabble in cowboy romance at some point, so I figured this is probably a good place to start. This is a romance between a bull rider and his manager's daughter. Manager's daughter? Agent's daughter. Sorry, his agent's daughter, and he gets injured is what I know. So yeah, I'm intrigued. I also really like her covers, and she just came out with a new one, and there's color schemes going on with all of her books, so I'm really intrigued by that. And I've heard they're really sweet, so. And the second book that I picked up is Only When It's Us by Chloe Leese. This is an enemies to lovers story that is the first book in, I believe it's a 7-book series. That's the Bergman brothers / sister, because there's one sister in the mix there. The Bergman brothers series. This is the first one, and all I know is she is a soccer star. I don't remember what he does, but they're paired together on a class project, so I'm also not sure what the ages are for these guys, so we'll see how that goes. I'm curious, because they don't look like they're in high school. So I'm not sure. The next two books that I have are ones that I picked up at a book signing that we recently went to. We went and we saw Leigh Bardugo. I picked up a copy of 9th House by Leigh Bardugo. I have read the first part of this one. I couldn't get into it, but it was before I really got into any sort of dark academia. So I'm curious, maybe I'll like it more this time. I also really did want to support her, and I do want to try it. I do want to try this book, so I will give it another chance. And then the main reason we went to this was because she's on tour for The Familiar. So I now have a signed edition of The Familiar by her with the sprayed edges, and for some reason I thought this was a vampire story. It's not. It's a witch book, like The Familiar. She has a familiar. Logic. And it takes place in Spain with the Spanish Inquisition. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. I'm excited. The last group of books that I have are 4 books that I got for my birthday. 3 of them from Half Price and 1 of them from Barnes. We're actually going to start with the one from Barnes, because I'm honestly very intrigued by this one, and John actually found this one and pointed it out to me. And that is The Lost Bookshot by Evie Woods. This is a book that follows side characters. It follows 3 characters who find their way to a quiet lost bookshop in Dublin, and they end up becoming the main characters in their own stories. So they're so used to being the side characters and everything and everyone else's stories, they're now becoming the main characters. At least that was kind of my understanding of this, so I'm very curious. They've been the side characters in their own lives is what it says. So I'm very curious. I think this will be really sweet, so I'm very excited about this one. And then I didn't take the stickers off of these. Hold on, I should do that. All right, so the first book that I picked up from Half Price is Much Ado About You by Samantha Young. This is a romance, as you can probably tell by the cover, that takes place, it follows a 33-year-old who is, what is her name? Evangeline, or Evie, who realizes that she just needs to refresh on life. She needs to redo things. It's not going how she would like it to. It happens, I get it. And she ends up booking a vacation to a quaint English village. And this trip comes with a job at the bookstore there. So she ends up working there and she meets all of the locals and she gets along with them and she ends up falling for a farmer and he's very flirty with her and she's just trying to figure out what that means and what she's going to do with it. So the last two I got were two books that are also in a series. I have the first book over here somewhere, but I have books 2 and 3 and I don't know which order they are in, I'm not gonna lie. But I have Mixed Signals and In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. These are the sequels to Love Light Farms, which I have the first one. I'm just missing the fourth one now. I think it's out. But these are just cozy romances. Small town baker learns to raise her expectations for love with some help from a handsome local teacher in this sunny romantic comedy. This one says, a grumpy farmer and a no-nonsense social media influencer have another chance at love in this charming romantic comedy. I believe what I have heard is that each of these books represents a season. The first one is winter, and I believe the last one is fall. So I think these are spring and summer. I'm not positive, but I'm very excited to read this series. I have heard that they are absolutely adorable. All right, so that's what I got for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. We really do appreciate it when you do that. It really helps us out in the long run. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep reading. Bye!